Hey everyone, if you're like me, you've been to a thrift store in your life a few times or maybe a lot. Maybe to pick up some good deals on gently used household items or clothing, maybe to donate items that you no longer need, your kids have outgrown. There's a lot of good things that thrift stores do, including passing on gently used goods to other people. But what you probably don't realize is that the vast majority of donated goods don't actually end up in the thrift store on its shelves. Take a look at this picture I took earlier this year of a local Goodwill. See all the boxes out in front? All of those boxes are extra goods that the thrift store doesn't have room for and won't ever put on its shelves. So this then raises the question, where are these boxes and boxes of extra stuff going? It's a really interesting geographic question. Let's take a look. We're going to go halfway around the world to Tanzania. This is the town of Moshi in northern Tanzania. And here on the side of the road are two large bundles of used clothing that have been bundled up and shipped from the US or maybe Canada or maybe Europe, but especially the US has a big market for this. The extra clothes that don't sell on the shelves or don't even go onto the shelves of thrift stores in the United States get sold to wholesalers who then pack them up and sell them overseas to countries around the world, including to vendors in places like Tanzania. So here we are on the side of the road. Let's take a closer look at these bundles. You can see here that it's a bundle of ski jackets. It's labeled 45 kilograms, so that's 100 pounds per bundle. This one, I don't know what the label says here, but it has some kind of meaning, I'm sure. The bundle is somewhat anonymous. We know that it's ski jackets, but nobody knows quite what's inside, so there's a little bit of guessing when these are bought and sold because maybe they're good ski jackets, maybe they're not such good ski jackets, but there's a little bit of that bidding and mystery around these bundles. But these bundles of used clothing are so ubiquitous in Tanzania that the name Mitumba, which is a Kiswahili word that means bundle, has also become applied to the word for used clothing. So the word Mitumba means bundle, and it also means used clothing because all of the used clothing comes in these bundles. Let's take a look at the Mitumba market in Moshi, Tanzania. I have a series of selfie videos that I shot walking through the market, and I hope you enjoy coming along with me and learning about the geography of this fascinating international trade in secondhand clothing. Good morning, everyone. I am at the Memorial Stadium in Moshi. This is a big place for Mitumba. Mitumba is used clothing, and you can see a big cart of it moving by there and a bunch of stalls with vendors selling it all. So this is what happens to a lot of the clothes that are donated in places like the United States and Europe. The secondhand clothes that aren't sold in places like Goodwill end up here in places like Moshi, Tanzania, and all over the rest of sub-Saharan Africa for sale in these secondhand clothing markets. We'll take a tour around. This is a view of the inside of the market. You can see there's individual stalls with vendors selling their collections of used clothing. So here's a scene from inside the Mitumba market. I'm still in the area where big bales of Mitumba are coming in. People bring them in from trucks on these carts, and then people purchase, I think they actually purchase the bales at the street, but the bales are big packages of 100 pounds each, 45 kilos each, and then they're brought in here, and people then open the packages and see what's inside and sort them out for quality and size and by gender. And so it's a little bit of a guess what you're going to get when you open a big bundle, but then once you open the bundle, you start sorting through and seeing what's good. And so the section I just walked through was a section that was dealing in pants and jeans. This section has a lot of fleece coats and tops of all sorts, and so as I turn around here, you'll see behind me there's a bunch of fleece coats there, and people are just busy sorting open the bundles, and they'll go to individual shops deeper in the market where people will market particular styles or particular fashions as they go. Pretty fun, pretty chaotic. I'm definitely one of the only tourists in here, and so I'm getting a lot of attention, but
it's really an interesting thing to think about where all of our used clothes go when we give them to places like Goodwill or those sorts of industries.
This is a selfie I took thinking I was doing a video of an area that has a ton of window dressings and drapes and the like. Then here's another section that specializes in socks and underwear.
Hey everybody, I'm near the center of the high fashion part of the Mitumba market. And as I pan here, you'll see there's lots and lots of t-shirts and jeans and some women's dresses and some ski coats and a whole variety of stuff. Anything you might want to buy if you wanted to look cool and find some neat clothes and a discount price.